Hi, it's Donna here. I'm just going to give you an update on what's going on. At the moment, I'm still attempting to get Takara back. I'm just about to ring the DCP complaint line, which is whatever. They're all in the same system. I have already contacted no longer DCP, and I'm waiting for Joyce Clark to ring me back. So at the moment, I'm just going to ring 131478. And that is the supposedly number that you make complaints or try and do a big fat nothing. Usually they're all in bed with each other. Oh, this will take forever to do.
Please hang up now and dial 000. All calls, whether inbound or outbound, to the Department for Child Protection call centre are recorded. If you wish your call not to be recorded, please advise the operator. If you work for the police, please press 1. If you work in the health and disability services industry, please press 2. If you work in education, including at school, preschool, out-of-school hours care, family daycare or childcare, please press 3. For all other notifications of suspected child abuse or neglect, please press 4 and the staff will. Do you have details about the child for whom you have concerns? Please be prepared.
So the child you have concerns with is Takara Markwell. You're concerned that she's unsafe because she's with people she doesn't know and have not her interest at heart.
What is the child's current situation?
We need to know
Where are the child?
Yeah, where is the child? We need to know this.
When did you find out about the abuse? If the child is Aboriginal.
She got taken away on the 28th of October, yesterday, at around 11:30 from Christie's Beach Police Station, and she was abducted there from the mother, and they never returned her to my custody. They said they were going to call me. They haven't made contact with me yet, so I have to phone in and make contact with them. And I really hope that you will as well, give me some kind of character reference. They've taken her phone. I've called her phone. I've text messaged her phone. She's not replying. No doubt they're inspecting it all. So yeah, ring the 131478, or feel free to ring no longer DCP or head office DCP. Head office number, I did have it here somewhere. Head office number, let me double check on that. I don't want to give you the wrong one. Head office number is, head office DCP number is 8124 4185 8124 4185. And hello.
Hi, how are you going?
Yeah, good. I'm very concerned about my daughter that was abducted yesterday by DCP workers who have no jurisdiction over her whatsoever. So I'd like to put in a report about that. Her name is Takara Markwell, Markwell.
Okay, you've gone really, really quickly. I'm going to start at the top. So, who must be the victim?
Donna, D-O-N-N-A, yep. Markwell, M-A-R-K-W-E-L-L.
And the other mark?
I am Takara Markwell's mother.
What's your phone number, Donna?
0405 18 42 46.
And Takara, how do you spell that?
T-A-K-A-R-A.
T-J-A.
Takara. It's not T-J, is it? T-A-K-A-R-A. Takara. It's just how it basically spelled, just how it sounds.
And her date of birth, please?
The 11th of January 2007.
And whereabouts she usually lives?
She's usually only supposed to be with me.
And what's your address?
Well, our address is actually
Now, at the moment, it's 15 Muggy Road,
15 Muggy Road.
Sandy Creek.
Muggy Road?
Yeah, M-U-G-G-E. Muggy Road, Sandy Creek.
6th of 11th, 70. 6th of November. Of November, 1970. Yeah.
And you did that back in 2006?
Yeah.
So, what exactly happened?
So what happened is I went down to the police station approximately 9:15 on the 28th of October, and I attended Christie Beach Police Station to notify them of severe death threats that I'd been receiving from an acquaintance that I'd worked with. And at that stage, they brought DCP around me. So they brought child investigators, they weren't DCP, they were the cops, the child investigators around me, and demanded that they get to cite Takara. And I said, I was willing.
Okay, talk a little bit faster.
Oh, Emma, okay, I'll slow it down for you. So
They brought child investigators in?
So the child investigators came down to the interview room that I was in, and they said, we have to cite Takara. Now, I was in there giving them notification, giving them a police report, making a formal charge against the person who had put the complaints into DCP.
So you're giving them a police report about
Death threats and accusations of me being a pedophile, all false, or unable to be verified or certified, and you're actually getting them from, and the person who did them has clearly said in the text that he's got them after me, that he's going to burn my caravan down, that he's going to burn me at the stake. So I've gone in there to talk about the death threats that I've been receiving from a guy's nickname. His name's Jim, but his real name is James. And so then the police investigators come down, the child investigators, and they are in the same interview room all of a sudden, and then they're demanding to cite Takara. So I told them that I'm happy to go and get her and bring her back. They weren't happy with that, so I started walking to my car. And then as I'm getting to my car that's parked over across the road from Christie's Beach Courthouse, the police turn up and block my car in with two of their vehicles. Yeah, my parked car, yeah. So they blocked my car in, the Christie's Beach police people.
Blocked your car?
Yep, they blocked it in with their car, so I couldn't leave. So I was demanded to get in their car, and they required me to get in the back. My friend was there too, Jackie, and so we both got in their car and drove over to where Takara was, which was about 5 minutes away. And so we were being very cooperative, very pleasant. And then they cited Takara. Takara was fine. And then they demanded that we all go back to the police station. So again, I sat in the back of the police car, cooperated. We had nothing to hide. Takara was with me. We both sat in the police car together and went back to Christie's Beach Police Station to have a little chat with them all. So they didn't have to worry about it. So I could clearly explain where the false allegations had come from, that there was a little group that had pitted against me, and there was about 4 or 5 members of that group that are highly likely. I have
4 or 5 people, you said?
Yeah, 4 or 5 people in this small group, but who were against me. But it looks like Jim being he's a psychiatric patient that needs rehabilitation. He's got very severe alcohol use and he gets into rages. And so he's quite a danger, and he's the one that looks like who's been ringing up, making these disgusting false claims that I'm fingering my daughter. Is absolutely disgraceful that he's texting me these messages. The police are aware of it. They're trying to find him, yet DCP has still acted on these, psychiatric patients ringing up, doing false notifications to the point where they've removed and abducted, stolen, kidnapped, however you want to say it, my beautiful daughter Takara. So they are causing my daughter harm now. They are causing, I'm going to write this down, that DCP are causing my daughter harm and me harm because of malicious, false allegations that they should have well investigated. Malicious, false allegations that they should have well investigated before removing my child. They're causing my child trauma. They told me they were going to do a sexual assault kit on her. Now, she is a 14-year-old that has not had anything to do with sexuality. And if they do something like that to her, I will be charging them with rape, medical rape. They are not to do internals on her. No consent. I do not consent for her to have any vaccines.
Okay, hang on.
They said that they were planning to do a sexual assault kit on her. Now, she's a 14-year-old that can speak. Okay? They need to listen to her words and not overreach. No, they need to listen to her, what she's saying out of her mouth. She's a 14-year-old that can articulate. You do not need to do a medical rape on my daughter on the back of false, ridiculous allegations that I've had numerous people have rang the department, and I've got another 50 people that are waiting to ring you guys. So I've got huge amounts of notifications that things are fine. You've got a few from psychiatric patients that things are not fine. You guys are way out of your jurisdiction.
All right. I don't know if you know the guidelines policy.
Pardon? You don't know anything about what?
I didn't say you didn't know.
Oh.
That you may not be aware of the policy and procedure. And if you were to take it into court, don't have a good case against you.
They'd have a good case against me. What?
Only because of the information that they've received. But separate to people that have run up and made previous notifications, if the police have been involved and your daughter's been removed, that would have needed to go to court.
It hasn't gone to court. They had no verified, certified cause of action. That's what I'm saying to you. They've come and taken my daughter without certified. Can you write this down? They've come and abducted Takara Markwell without showing me or presenting any certified or verifiable cause of action.
Okay.
Did you write it down? Did you write that down?
As you were writing before, when there is a removal, it does go to court.
Well, they didn't show me, well, it hasn't. They haven't shown me any proof that it's gone to court. So, you know, she is not safe at the moment. I'm concerned for her safety. I'm concerned I fear for her life. If Jim finds her, who knows what he's going to do. He's been putting in these ridiculous allegations. And I really need to have proof of that she's alive and well. So I've rang her mobile phone today. It looks like they've removed that from her. I've texted her mobile phone and there's been no reply. So I'm really quite concerned for the safety of her life. I need to arrange a contact visit as soon as possible. We don't trust that she's safe with DCP, and I need to know the exact contact name and details of who is claiming responsibility for Takara Markwell. I also need you to write on the record that I do not consent for vaccines, PCR tests, or an overreach of examinations. I do not consent for them to do any vaccines or unnecessary medical procedures. PCR tests, I do not consent to. Vaccines, I do not consent to. We're working with an oncologist and we're fine. Takara's had cancer from age 2 to age 7, and DCP better not interfere with her medical regime. Now, this is a matter for public record, and I'm wondering where to send my character references when I do get them.
All right, so have you contacted the Lungo DCP office?
Yes, I have. I'm waiting to hear back from Joyce Clark.
All right, so that's who holds the child's case file.
Oh, so she's the one who's responsible.
Not saying she's responsible.
So who's responsible for my child then?
Or DCPO,
Okay,
the Department of Child Protection.
right. So what specific human being is responsible for her? Because the Department of Child Protection is a corporation. How can a corporation like McDonald's be responsible for my child? What specific person is responsible for my child? I'm trying to establish.
Okay, the Chief Executive Officer.
Great, what's her name? Give me her name. Who's the chief exec? Shut up. She doesn't know who the chief executive is. She's got to go and look it up.
Well, it's very important to establish who's the responsible
Yeah.
person for the children that they're abducting.
Hey, what? Is it the corporation is? Sorry, that's not a person.
They have a category in their report of an undisclosed number of children that are lost or that die in DCP's control every year.
Mm.
Who's responsible for that?
Who's responsible for that? Yeah, exactly. What human living being is accountable for these decisions? That's what I need to know.
Yeah.
Because then they can receive my affidavit.
Hey there.
I am.
Okay, the Chief Executive Officer is Kathy Taylor.
Oh, it's still Kathy. Okay.
Yep, Kathy Taylor, and just trying to find the number.
And who's my
Telephone
cat?
number,
Pardon?
and the telephone number that you need to ring is 1-800
Yeah. Yep.
003
Yep.
3085.
And what's a good email to get Kathy on?
I don't know.
Right.
I've written that telephone number that I've just given you.
And what's a good email to get Joyce on? Joyce Clark. So I can
I'd
email
like
her.
for her to contact you. All right.
Well, she did say she was going to contact me today, and I haven't heard from them yet. And I have done a prompting call to them to try and prompt them to contact me. But you know, we're getting
You need to wait till they contact you.
right.
If you don't want to wait, then reread the offer. In the meantime, I'll register there on our system. Is there anything further that you'd like to add?
Yes, I'd like to add that at the bottom of it that you are holding my daughter hostage against my will, and I need her returned to me immediately. Against the mother's will, who has full jurisdiction over Takara, who has full jurisdiction over Takara, because I am her mother. She is my DNA. She's my flesh and blood. Yeah, okay. And she needs to be returned to me, Donna Markwell, Takara's mother, immediately. Because they're currently getting charged $10,000 an hour for having her there. Because the people who are responsible for her will be charged in a personal liability claim case with criminal charges.
$10,000 an hour, okay?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. But when people have been remanded in custody unlawfully, we've been running at $10,000 an hour, and however much that adds up to. So she was taking at 11:30 yesterday, but the clock will start ticking from then. I need to contact my daughter immediately, and I need her returned to me. I have grave fears for her safety. Joyce Clark has a personal vendetta against me. I've got historical evidence, video evidence of that. Oh, she hung up on me. She hung up on me. Is this still recording?
Yeah.
She hung up on me. Not coping. I'm gonna ring back. Oh, I didn't get her name. See, get their names. Stop recording. Give them a rest.